You've been around how many years with the Graber olives?
I've been around since I was about 13. Right now, I'm 25 years old.
All right, but how long has the company
Looking
been
forward
around?
to.
How long has the company been around?
Uh, the company's been around since 1894.
Well, you're a little bit older than 25, aren't you?
No, no. The company's about 123 years old.
Wow. How did it all start, Robert?
It all started when my great grandfather, C.C. Graber, he came down here from Indiana, and he discovered manzanilla olive trees that the Spanish had planted, that the Spanish missionaries when
Yeah.
they came over to California, and I think he was looking for oranges. There was a lot of orange groves in Ontario, and when he discovered the manzanilla olives, he was asking people how to, cure the olive. He went to engineering school and figured out a recipe, and he discovered a commercial way to process the olives and cure the olives. And he started selling them in barrels, and then everything just took off from there.
So he was looking for oranges, and he discovered manzanilla olives. Now, that was the word that I was missing. That's the variety of the olive, because a lot of people know about the cocktail olives that you're putting in your martini, the green olives that have the pimento, or you can put the almond or the garlic or whatever and stuff those olives. This manzanilla olive is different. How is it different? How would you describe it, Robert Graber?
I would describe it as the way that we cure the olive. So the olive is red when they pick the olive that's when it's ripe, and when we cure the olives, it pulls the redness and the bitterness from the olive. So that's when they turn green when they're in the can. And we use like a saltwater brine, and it keeps the pit inside. So we don't pit the olives. Most companies, they pit the olives and they oxidize them and they turn black. So our olives are different because we keep the pit inside, and after we can them, we cook them. We have giant pressure cookers. You can still see our process. You can see it on the weekends during olive season. We give tours. You can see the whole process of the olives being canned and cured and everything.
That's amazing. Wow.
So you can hear the audience, just the fog lifting. I thought I heard a big there in the background. Maybe it was Eric Hines, but I believe it was the entire audience. This is a different kind of olive. So you pick it when it's red, and then you cook it while it's in the can. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, so we cure the olives for about 3 weeks, and then when they're ready to be canned, that's when we have the whole canning process in Ontario. And they're shipped down from the San Joaquin Valley. That's where olives are grown.
Okay.
Originally, they're grown from Ontario, but now we have the ranch in the San Joaquin Valley.
So this is, you originally were in the Southern California. We're a national show, and Ontario is out east of Los Angeles. And now that you're saying the trees are up in Central California, they come down. So if people come to Los Angeles, they could take a trip out and visit the processing plant. Are you doing this like all throughout the year? Or is it certain times of the year where you're actually canning and cooking and producing the olives? Or is this a round-the-clock operation?
The olive season starts in the fall. So usually around October is when we pick the olives, and then they're shipped directly to Ontario, and that's when we start sorting the olives. And then after about a few weeks, that's when they're ready to be canned, and then we can the olives on the weekends, usually in November.
Yep.
And then in December is when we label the cans also. People can still take tours and see how the cans are labeled. And then after that, they're ready to be shipped and sold.
So people have seen the cans of black olives. These are the Graber, Graber, cans of green olives. And they are so mild and so wonderful. And I discovered them as a kid. I had them, and I didn't know the name and in the background. But every year in May, when we do the LA International Wine Competition, we use, Robert Graber, your olives as a palate cleanser in between tastes of wine, so we can kind of bring our palate back to sort of a zero start and start fresh with these tastes. Because your olives don't have that real... what do we want to say? Olivey taste or whatever. These are the natural taste of the olive, correct? How do you describe the taste to our audience?
Yeah, I think you described it pretty well. It's a mild. It's a salty taste, but it's very mild. It's not. Most people think of like olives as being, like very vinegary and
yes,
bitter, and ours are a lot different. Most people they don't like olives, but when they try ours, they're very shocked, and they're they get hooked on it right away.
And leaving them on the pits helps when you cook it. That's why the pits stay on. So you're just kind of taking the meat of the olive off, and then you're popping the pit out, and that's you have yourself a nice, wonderful olive-y type meal, correct?
Yes, that's correct.
Yeah, so are you involved in the operation now? Is this like third generation? You said your grandfather did this. Has this been in the family all these years for the Graber Olive Company?
Yeah, so I'm actually fourth generation. So it was
Fourth.
my great-grandfather that started the company. And, I'm still involved in all the processes. I help manage the place. I look over the process, making sure everything's done right. We also promote the olives, so I pretty much do it for a living right now.
Yeah, and this all started, we should mention, too, that didn't the missionaries plant the first olive trees in California back in the 1700s?
I believe so, yes.
Yeah.
I think that was the last time the missionaries were here.
Yeah, Mission San Diego. I like your dry sense of humor, by the way, Robert Graber. You're a good man. I've been looking for those missionaries, but Father Junipero Serra seems to evade my quest as I try to find him somewhere up and down the coast. And so you're operating this every day, and do you go out and when you're around, do you taste other olives just to see how they compare with the family business?
I've tried. Black olives, they taste okay to me,
Yeah.
but I'm not really, I'm just used to the Graber olives. I don't really go for any other olives. I can't really stand the stuffed olives either. I tried getting into those, but I just can't really get used to the taste.
Probably they make Robert Graber, I guess, nauseous to have these stuffed up. So let me ask you this. If you have a martini, could you put these Graber olives, even though they have the pits, and I've had them put in martinis before, can they go into martinis if you specify you want these olives?
Yeah, you can put them in a martini. You can also, you can get an olive pitter.
Well, wait a second.
And you can pit the olives, and you can use them you can put them on your salad or any type of olive pitter would work.
And do you sell that at the Graber Olive House?
Yes, we sell those at the Olive House.
I'm coming out to see you for that because these olives would be incredible to have, and don't put any stuffing in them. Just pop those in the martinis. I'm telling you, you cannot stop eating these Graber olives. They're that good. You know, the vinegary one that you're talking about, after a while I say, okay, yeah, this is great. All right, where do we get more information? There's got to be a website. We want to come out and see you, Robert Graber. The company is called the Graber Olive House, Graber. The Graber Olive House. They're in Ontario, California. Been around since 1894, and Robert's been there every day taking care of business for you. Now what's the website?
The website is graberolives.com.
And will you come in studio so we can take you on stage and do kind of a deadpan comedian routine on olives? I would love to have you do that with us.
Yeah, I could probably do something like that.
I love this. I love you, Robert. I tell you, when you walked into Angelo's and Vinci's and I heard that you were there, I said, wait, Graber Olives? I got to have him on. These cans have been eluding me since I was a kid, and they've been out at this wine tasting. You got to try these people. GraberOlives.com, GraberOlives.com. Thank you, Robert.
Thank you. I appreciate you having me.
Located in the heart of Maui's premier resort, Kaanapali Beach Hotel is officially recognized as Hawaii's most Hawaiian hotel and the #1 best value in Hawaii. With a range of accommodations and affordable dining options, this is the ideal setting to turn Hawaiian dreams into lifelong memories. Live Hawaiian entertainment every evening, free year-round children's programs, weekly arts and crafts fairs, welcome breakfast, and departure kukui lei ceremonies add to the value. Swim in the whale-shaped pool, indulge in the fabulous spa and hotel salon. Enjoy Hawaiian hospitality at its best at the Kaanapali Beach Hotel. Call 800-262-8450 or go to kbhmaui.com. That's kbhmaui.com. Aloha.
Kaanapali Beach Hotel, Maui's Hawaiian Hotel.
Let me take just a moment or two, if I may, and talk about a great place to eat. That's right, for you folks anywhere in the eastern San Fernando Valley, drop into Bob's Big Boys. That's right, in Sun Valley at 8274 Sunland Boulevard. Now, everybody remembers the name Bob's. They're getting bigger and bigger every day. And little old Bob carrying the hamburger in his checkered overalls is the same Bob that you remember from back through the years. And, of course, if you want to go in for a great lunch, remember their classic burger, the original double-deck hamburger combination. Delicious 100% pure ground beef in 2 patties with American cheese, lettuce, and our famous Big Boy's special sauce. The name is Bob, and I think when you go in, you'll say, by golly, I'm sure glad that I found this restaurant because